Thank you for joining us again. This is going to be our third example on solving exponential equations using graphing, and we're going to find out that where the intersection happens is where our solution lies, where x equal the x value where our intersection happens is our solution for the problem. And we're given the problem x raised to the negative 1 times the quantity of x plus 1 equals 32,768. Okay, so we're just going to enter the left side of our equation into y sub 1 and the right side of our equation into y sub 2, find out where they intersect, and that should be our solution. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to y equals. Y sub 1 is going to be x raised to the negative, make sure you use your negative key, negative quantity of x plus 1, close. Okay, we'll go down to y sub 2 and 32,768. And there we are. You can graph. Okay. So I think I had my graph set on standard. So we see the first curve that we entered in, and then the second second curve was 32,768. So we're gonna have to adjust our windows to accommodate 32,000. Well, probably 33,000 at least. So why don't we go over to Windows, and Y is going to have to be really tall. Y max. So 32,000 we need at least. Y max. So let's go. Why don't we say 33,000? 2, 3. Okay. And now graph. Let's see what happens. See if it's going to show our line. Yep, there's our line. You know what we could do? Why don't we do it a little taller? Actually, so why don't we go to 43,000 or 45,000? 45,000. Now graph. That'll give us a little better view. It should. Yeah, that looks a little nicer. So here's our first curve, our second curve. We're just going to calculate the intersection. So we go to second, calculate. Intersection is number 5. Okay. First curve, I think it's going to be on that curve. So I'm going to scroll to the left a little bit just to make sure it's following that. Yep, it's following that curve. Okay, so I said yes. Second curve, is it on the line? Let's scroll a little bit. Sure it is. So hit enter. Guess. You want me to guess? Sure. Well, I want you to guess. Okay, it's telling us x is negative 6. X is negative 6. Okay, so let's go for our solution as x. Oops. x equals negative 6. Negative 6. So we're going to plug in negative 6 right here. So now we have x raised to the negative times the quantity of minus 6 plus 1 equals 32,768. So in the parentheses we have negative 6 plus 1. So that's going to end up being negative 5. So now we have x raised to the negative 5 power equals 32,768. So negative times a negative is a positive. So now we're going to have 8 raised to the 5th power. 8 raised to the 5th power equals 32,768. Let's take a cheat. Let's try this 8 raised to the 5th power in the calculator. So second quit. 8 raised to the 5th power, and see if we're on the money here. 32,768. I think that's what 32,768. Okay, so we have graphed it. We've graphed, and we found the solution via finding the intersection as x equals -6. And then what did we do? We analyzed, then we checked our answer analytically. So we analyzed it algebraically, and we found out that indeed x equals -6. So we're in good shape there. All right, so hopefully that helps you with solving exponential equations graphically, finding the intersection and then checking them. We will look forward to seeing you on the next segment. Thank you for your time.